Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday, best day of the week other than Friday because the weekend's just about to start. Thought I'd share some content today about shame and regrets and guilt, all these emotions that we all have at some point. It's quite hard not to experience them, and sometimes it's quite useful to experience them because we understand another layer about ourselves. The problem is if we get stuck there. So if we have shame and regret and guilt, what we're tending to do is turning judgment on ourselves. We're judging ourselves, we're holding ourselves maybe morally accountable for something, maybe a mistake we have made that maybe has impacted ourselves or others, and something that we know we wouldn't do again because maybe hindsight's a great thing. But if we stay frozen in that, which is a common thing, I've done it, you know, it's somewhere that we can get stuck for ages with chastising ourselves about a mistake we've made. We're then actually blocking our healing, and we're blocking another aspect of ourselves that we're maybe ready to learn about. It's fundamental in a way that we're either going to all experience every emotion there is, or it's actually on a healing level a really important lesson to experience every emotion there is. But these lower vibrational emotions that we go into are harder to come out of than the higher vibrational emotions we have of joy, gratitude, love, compassion, all those types of ones. In a way, we don't really want to come out of those, we want to stay in those. But again, these emotions can be fleeting depending on what we're going through in life. So remember, if you're working in those lower realms there, which is the human experience, and you're swimming around that quagmire and struggling to get out, how much self-compassion are you offering yourself? How much self-love, self-kindness, patience, empathy are you extending to yourself? Or do you find it easier to give up to others but apply a different rule to yourself? Again, I'm talking from experience here as well, so it's not a judgment if you're in that situation. The problem is if you get stuck there. It's not useful, it's not helpful, it doesn't change anything, and it doesn't get you out of anything. It doesn't help others either, because everybody else is going to need you and want you in your best self, not there. But it's okay to touch on those emotions, because actually this is where you can do a lot of your healing. You dip a big toe in to those waters, you see what's looming down there. What am I holding on to? What can't I let go of? Where am I judging myself? Where am I shaming myself? And I keep shame there in order to protect me from going near something that feels awful. So we stay in shame. It can be a protective barrier, but if we stay there too long, it becomes quite a toxic barrier to our own healing and our own self. So if you're in those realms of those emotions, self-love, self-care, patience, what is it you can learn from it? What do you get? Where's your silver lining? Where's your pot of gold? If you're going to have to go down there and there's no way out unless you do the work and come back up, what are you going to take with you? Life experience is one, learning is another, hindsight is another, the ability to love yourself deeper is another, the ability to understand your motivations, your behaviours, your agendas better, so that you can make maybe different choices in the future, or you can understand what led you to certain things. Remember, human experience, we're here to have it. It's what we make of it and how we set ourselves free that counts. Have a wonderful weekend.